Alright, I'm back at it. Let's see. Was there a good chair to grab in there? Okay, so do have the room in the bag. Run a little bit since, you know, we got a ways to go. We've got good fitness. So just run a little ways and then stop running. Yeah, those chairs are heavier than I like, because normally I like to go for like the 5 kilogram ones, but at least with the backpack it's not that big a deal. I'm not going to push my luck too far. I'm going to burn a lot of stam actually fighting. I actually haven't been putting the smaller stuff on the list. I've been keeping it mostly the primary things, just because it was getting to the point that the list is getting so busy people couldn't read it. I'm like, honestly, I'm debating when we clear Riverside, I'm gonna drop the factory and country club off of being considered cleared. Like, they'll be cleared, it's just we're not gonna bother listing them, they'll just be included in Riverside. Yep. No, you're not wrong. Yeah, so keep in mind, like, look for a bar stool. I want to say those can be light. Well, I'm sure there's lots of people lurking. Like, a lot of people, they do just lurk, chill, have a good time, that kind of thing. Yep. No, thank you so much for everyone who is tuning in, lurking, chatting, following, subscribing, posting, rating, doing the bits, the donos, all that good stuff. It all helps and I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the lurk. It's Yuki Desu. Welcome to the stream. I mean, yes, thank you for the lurk. Sorry if I mispronounced that. My mind just like combine what I normally respond when someone follows to people lurking and just kind of mashing into one. It's like every time you go by, it's like, well, all the zombies are back. I mean, clearly the bodies have piled up. But, you know, they're back. Is a little dangerous because we're backing up into the way we haven't cleared again since last night. Yep, and that's a concern. That's fine. We saw it well in advance. And I'm not going to sit just because you can't move as fast. You run a problem. Thank you for the follow. Paging Turner. Welcome to the stream. So just going to recover some stamina, then we're going to get back at it. Is it just me, or do you become fully rested and the rest bar goes 50% halfway? Yeah, I've noticed that happens a lot. It's like you'll rest, and then the bar will just kick off that you'll get fully rested well before it's full. I don't know what's going on with that, but it is weird. Fast approaching 32,000. All of it right here in the middle of the street. It does make me wonder, when we get out to, like, hitting all these houses on the fringes and all that, if the zombie population is going to be, like, super knocked down because we're just fighting them all up here. Because they're clearly migrating here. well, migrating slash redistributing, whatever. They're coming from other parts of the town to here. Which implies we're knocking down the numbers town-wide. Which is pretty normal. I probably won't use a chair much up here because I won't have a place I can put it down that isn't in the middle of the bodies. So I want to just keep moving forward. Because we'll continuously just get sicker and sicker the longer we're standing in over the bodies. Yeah, it's not a bad prediction. It might take a while, but we can start it. Alright, so we're starting a prediction. Will we find the expert tailoring book in the Enigma bookstore? Self-explanatory. If we get to the Enigma bookstore and we find it, great. If not, then failed prediction. And if I just fail to reach the bookstore at all, then I can do a thing that basically cancels the prediction as if there was no outcome, whatever. So I don't think that'll be a problem because we are making good progress, and I still have 2 hours left on stream at least. More if I go long. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Alright, let's keep pushing, trying to get to our car and Enigma bookstore. We are getting zombies from all over the place, which is not great, but it is what it is. Okay. We'll just keep pushing until we get through. Valkyrie goes, do you think you could survive a playthrough with Twitch integration? Viewers get to spawn expected... Make your character shout? Probably. So one of the catches you run into is the Twitch integration for the extended helicopters. It's not true Twitch integration. It's not like you do the points and then just voila, the helicopter shows up. I actually have to push the button. So like you'd cash in, let's say 5,000 points or whatever it is, and then after that I have to push the button. Yeah, so that's it's tricky to do that because it does mess with stuff. But I do wish they would get proper Twitch integration, to be honest. Oh, there's a mod that automates it? It really should just be part of the mod. Like, if you're going to offer Twitch integration, it should just be in there. And I understand they got to figure it out, and there's dev time and all that. I wish there's stuff, like, if it's not open source, it's open source, and whoever does the automated thing could just put the two together, if you will. Like, so many things have great Twitch integration. It's just, I was one of the things that really let me down. It's like, no, I gotta make sure I hit the right buttons. I gotta do all this stuff. It just made even more overhead for me to manage. Which is fine. It's just, I wish it was automated. Right. I mean, I do understand I could automate it on my end of that. My comment was more with the mod, like I should be able to sit there and say, okay, here's the things, like when you see this message and that or whatever. Let's see. Okay, I'm sure there's a program you could download to automate this. All you need is a Twitch extension, which I'm sure there is such a thing as, else Howard's stream is set up like the Jax. No, I don't disagree. I'd have to look into it. And I have coding. Oh yeah, I mean, I could write it, but I'm not going to. Like, I'm just not going to. The Twitch API is pretty okay, and then trigger the key press. Yeah, no, I fully believe you could do that. The catch would be is like I click out of the window, and then it detects it and do all that stuff, and like I'd have to add all these types of checks and all that, and it'd be a whole thing. Fenrir says, you think it wouldn't be terribly difficult though? I mean, doesn't Project Zomboid use Java and Lua? Yes, it does. Both are pretty portable, and you just likely need a mod to have the authority of the bot or something to scan the channel. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Now, Valkyrie says, you don't really need a script for something like that, like this. Yep. I mean, I could. But, like, I also don't do Twitch integration super often in general. Because, like, for me, I like to do challenge modes, and that'd be one thing I do. So Twitch integration would be something I would do potentially between challenge modes. But it'd probably like one-off stuff. So if the Twitch integration is super simple, great, that's perfect for one-off stuff. But the Twitch integration takes like a lot of effort, then it's just like, alright, well, for a one-off thing, I would rather dedicate that time to, finish recording my intro video, work on coming up with the emotes for my bit stuff. Like I have, or edit YouTube videos. Like I have a dozen other things I would be probably a better use of my time for purposes of the stream, in my opinion. Versus Twitch integration that I'll use like every once in a while. Because I do know I'm not going to make Twitch integration kind of my same thing. I think Twitch integration is good, but it's like not something you want as your main thing. Because especially with games where the Twitch integration is meaningful, where it can be very impactful, it basically means like chat has a lot of control over the success or failure of your characters, which is fine. Oh, come on. It does. It makes it more engaging. At the same time, like, sometimes you want to have where it's like everyone's super heavily engaged and all that because of Twitch integration and people are helping and sabotaging you and all that kind of stuff, and that's fun. There's also times you want to have just chill streams, both as the streamer and chat. Like, sometimes you want the intensity to be lower. Not everyone is looking for having it, so I'm constantly putting out fires that are popping up in all 6 directions because, you know, Twitch chat be like that. So it's one thing to keep in mind. Like, I genuinely will only do limited amounts of Twitch integration at any given time. Like, that's the same thing where RimWorld I've been asked to do, like, Rim Connect very often, and I will do Rim Connect. But it's not something that'll be, like, a main thing. Let's see. So Stolching, the primary thing that we're talking about is specifically for Project Zomboid, but I'm also talking more holistically on stream. But yeah, Burning Sun, it's like, that's very much, it depends on the run. I typically do challenge runs, and I would not want Twitch integration for a challenge run, because again, even if I'm doing super well in the challenge, like, someone can sit there and go, alright, I'm just going to start spamming bits or, like, points or whatever, just throw everything we can at you. And I can have timeouts and all that, but then I have to keep track of all that. Right, and that's the whole thing. So it's like, if I'm doing well in a challenge, I'm just being sabotaged. It just means I won't finish challenges. And to me, that would be no fun. I also don't think it'd be fun for people who actually want to see progress in the challenges. If, like, the moment we start making measurable progress, like, people start just dumping helicopters on me or whatever. You know, and again, we can have timeouts and all that. But I did do a extended helicopter events thing with Twitch integration and all that. We did that on the channel. I think we've done it twice now. But both times it's like, it was fun for a little while, but it only took like an hour or two before it's like, okay, this is like, it's becoming more of a headache to deal with than I feel like people are getting out of it. And you only had like 1 or 2 people super engaged with it, and a couple people would pop in and go, alright, that's kind of neat. And then we even had people who were like, yeah, this is fine. It's not my thing. And just because I'm going for kind of like the chill vibe and everything with the stream, Twitch integration is never chill. Like, absolutely never chill. Like, and that's like almost across every game, unless it's like a game that's cutesy, like keeping a pet or something, and you can have Twitch vote on like the color of the pet or whatever. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Fenner says, if he's doing a super... Well, yeah, you already said that. Soul Singer says, yeah, not sure I can think of anything in Project Zomboid that would be engaging for Twitch integration. It'd either be brutal or unfun to watch, or it'd just be rollover easy with features. Brainstone says, for PZ, there isn't much to integrate. Once you have your loot and do a heli pass or two, it's about it. So only Twitch integration I've seen with any sort of IMO lasting engagement has been Bannerlord's BLT mod. Yeah, so there's that one. I have found that RimWorld's integration, not for super long runs, is a lot of fun, but it is chaotic as hell. Like, unless you turn stuff up to the point where it's super expensive and no one can do anything, it is just utter chaos the moment people start getting decent points. Like, and that's kind of the problem. Like one of the Twitch integrations I do enjoy is Noita, but even then I wouldn't do long hours of Noita Twitch integration. Not too much. Like, I'd do some, and then be like, alright, we're going to do a run without Twitch integration, and usually that's the run you get off the ground, and then, it takes hours. So it's difficult. Like, I do like chat being able to be directly engaged in the game. Like, so naming stuff is fun. Sometimes we'll have, like, okay, well, what are we, like, vote on, like, what we're doing, that kind of stuff. Like, that's a fun way to engage stuff. Like, proper Twitch integration says, okay, well, chat has voted that we're going to light your building on fire, and now you have to hashtag deal with it. And I feel dumb about saying hashtag deal with it, but it's out there. We're here now. We're moving on. But, versus, like, the helicopter events, it's your run becomes the Twitch integration. Like, you can't do something other than the Twitch integration. Unless the Twitch integration is unmeaningful, like, again, you can choose to vote what color, like, a dog is in the game or something, which feels very unsatisfying. Yes, it does. And that's kind of the catch. Like, if you're playing Noita with Twitch integration, you're going to die and restart a lot, so it will get repetitive. However, if you are doing Noita without Twitch integration, you can start, like, because there's that main go down, like, and kill the boss, but then there's the harder runs, and you can find there's, like, so many secrets like that. The Holy Mountain is less than, like, 5% of the entire map. And so people who don't explore, they just do the Holy Mountain and go, oh, this game is, like, cute, it's got this thing, it's got its gimmick, that's alright. And they barely scratched the surface of what's actually in Noita. But yeah, Twitch integration forces you to just go fast because, Twitch chat will just murder you. Even trying to help you, Twitch chat will murder you just because you don't always know what stuff does. And some stuff can be helpful. Let's see. Rollstores, I was talking especially about runs where chat tries to kill you. You don't explore, you just try to survive and beg chat to be nice to you. And you die and restart and a lot, like you said. Yeah, which is fine. And, like, I've done that, Valkyrie. I've actually done that 2 separate days where we did EHE. And we didn't have a plan. It was just like I was just playing the game just per normal. We weren't, I think we're just on, like, insane pop. Like, we didn't have any ridiculous settings. And then just EHE. And then just having chat, like, honestly kind of go ham. And I had a bunch of things that you can only do, like, there was caps on how often you could do stuff, all that, because otherwise it's just more tedious to push the button a bunch. I mean, that's a possibility for later. I just commissioned the next set of emotes, so it'll probably be a little while. The shouting integration is new. I haven't heard that one yet. I assume that's just someone chips in bits. Oh, come on. Someone chips in bits and you just push Q. I can't see crap. Like tonight, oh, it's 'cause it's snowing. It's considered a storm. We're just going back. I can't see. Yeah, no, I know I can do it with bits and channel points or whatever. We did it with channel points before. Like, I actually still have all this stuff where I can just turn on all the things again. Like, EHE is fine, but it is one of those things that very quickly, like, I did it for a couple of hours, and it seemed like both myself and the people in chat were already pretty much done with it. Like, there's only, like, 1 or 2 people still engaging it towards the end. So then it's just like, oh, here, let me show you why I don't care for doing burns, because, I don't care about this run. But I feel like in a lot of ways EHE is kind of a one-trick pony. Yep. I just feel like with EHE, unless you're turning on like the sprinter aliens, which I'm not sure those even work anymore. But it isn't something I'd be interested in as well, because I actually think sprinters in the current implementation of the game are not good. But it's just they send the military helicopter every chance they get. And they only send the other ones when they're trying to sabotage you. I should be clear. There were people who were just curious about what we get in the supply drops and all that, which was neat seeing all that. Like, I actually think EHE as a mod, not with the Twitch integration, are actually really kind of cool. But Twitch integration, it just gets super spammy, or it's meaningless. But yeah, so like I'll still do the rare one-off Twitch integration like EHE or Noita, Rim Connect, but those will be pretty rare. Like from what I've seen with the chat, like it's fun to mess with once for a little while, but people seem to get pretty bored of it pretty quick. Or it's just not something they're interested in, that kind of thing. Which is fine. Yeah, I probably should actually bring a flashlight with me. The downside of the flashlights is they do burn through the batteries pretty quick. Like, the little flashlight kind of gives you a little cone that's like this big. And it's fine. And that one you'll get through probably like a couple of nights before you fully burn out a battery. But then they've got one that's like portable sun, or I forget what they're called. And that thing just like, you'll go like just an hour or two and it'll just absolutely nuke the battery. It just eats the batteries alive. But yeah, now I probably should bring a flashlight. I don't have one with me. My closest one is back home. I am just really trying to recover that car at this point. But we put it pretty far in there, and unfortunately the zombies are moving around, so I'm going to have to like re-clear and all that. And I really don't want to risk taking my my backup car down there to help me retrieve it faster, because then if it gets stuck too, then I don't have a backup. So unfortunately this means lots of walking. Yep. That's an easy to solve problem. We just shovel an entire tub of ice cream in our mouth and are good to go. Oh, we got a bunch of zombies we aggroed that we just didn't notice. And there we go, just like that, we're putting the weight back on. Yeah, it is a bummer. It's like, why is it so dark? Oh, right. It's snowing, so it's considered like rain. Can't see. There we go.